This week on My Classic Car, we'll make our way out to Arvada, Colorado to check out a couple cars in the collection of world-renowned author Clive Cussler. We're going to get up close and personal with Clive's 29 blower Bentley and his boat-tailed Duesenberg Model J. Plus, we'll look at some products to help you finish off your project correctly. Hi, I'm Dennis Gage. Thanks for tuning in to My Classic Car, home of the certified car nut. Well, this week we're in Arvada, Colorado to visit the collection of noted author Clive Cussler. Now, Clive is quite a prolific writer, but he's also an avid car collector, and he's got some really cool stuff, so this is going to be a real treat. Clive, good morning. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you.
This is amazing, Clive. You've amassed quite an eclectic collection also.
It's eclectic, right.
I just find these things as engineering marvels, especially considering the era.
Well, that's it. They're mechanical masterworks of art. The artistic work, the engineering is just phenomenal that went into these cars, you know, like a Bugatti, for God's sake.
Well, Clive, quite a huge collection, but you actually drive all these cars. They're all drivable, right?
Yes, they're all drivable. Why restore a car to its beauty and then just leave it sit there?
Now, you've actually pulled out a couple real special ones that we're going to take a closer look at today, maybe even take out and ride a little bit?
Oh, by all means.
Ooh. Well, let's go have a look at that.
Oh, right this way.
Why, thank you, sir. Well, Clive, you did bring out a couple nice ones today, didn't you?
I tried.
Yeah, you tried. Oh, you did your best, you know. Both 1929, but they couldn't be more different.
No, that's true. This is more of a racing configuration for the Bentley, where the Duesenberg was, of course, the exotic
Luxury touring, I would say.
Luxury touring,
right.
yes.
Well, let's start with race.
Okay.
29 Bentley. Now, this is a blower Bentley, right?
Yes, it is.
That's what makes this baby so special. And that's what we're looking at up here.
Yeah, this huge supercharger and the carburetor's out front.
Sticking out front. I mean, now Bentley wasn't really known for superchargers. He didn't like them, did he?
No, he didn't. He preferred big engines, you know, the many liters. And Tim Birkin, who was his race driver and then also an investor in his company, you know, was big on superchargers. So he insisted on building several of these to race, but they weren't competitive.
Really?
They never won. He set a lap record, but it turned out OW was right. Big leaders did it.
Yeah, but as we say in the U.S., there's no replacement for cubic displacement, right?
No.
I guess this makes it one of the most desirable of all Bentleys, right?
Of all the Bentleys, this is the one that goes for horrendous money. I think way back in '99, one was sold to the Bentley or Rolls-Royce company, you know, for their museum. Yeah. And I think it went for $12 million. And that was 8 years ago.
Oh, so. Holy cow.
Now this one, of course, is partly replica because it had originally had a salon body on it.
Oh, I see. So it's been rebodied.
That wouldn't be worth $12 million, though.
But I'm sure it still, you know, would bring a decent price.
Oh, I think so.
Now, really a great looking car, and it is now set up to be more of a race look to it.
Yes, they've changed so many Bentleys now because some of the sedans, or salons they called them, were very stodgy. And over the years, people there's specialists in England that transform them into these racing touring
in
bodies.
A legitimate fashion.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Now a lot of gauging. I mean, again, kind of race bred, certainly in the look.
Oh yes.
But odd pedal configuration too. Is that?
I don't know. This one is funny. The pedal's in the middle between the clutch
gas pedal. It's the center gas, right?
Right. And it's not that easy if you've got big feet.
All the way to the back in this massive gas tank. And I love the taillights. Those are.
They used to call those divers' helmets.
That's what they look like. It does. And that almost.
The big funnel exhaust.
Yeah, megaphone exhaust.
Yeah, megaphone, right.
And the early dampeners, those before.
Yeah, and the cables.
Before shocks. Yeah, it actually worked. Now this is one that. You know, and I guess with all Bentleys, pretty much they're driven cars, right?
Yes, you have the Rolls-Royce Owners Club and the Cadillac Owners Club, the Packard Owners Club, but the Bentley, it's the Bentley Drivers Club. And they drive them. You don't see 100-point Bentley, you know. These people get out and drive them. This fellow used to drive from London, I forget, into Lyons, France, and they held races back in the 70s and 80s. And he won 2 of them with this.
And he drove it there.
He drove it there.
Man.
You just can't wear out a Bentley engine.
We've only seen what's sticking out the front. Yeah. Let's look at the rest of it. So clean. I mean,
oh, it was very clean.
So 4-liter 4.5 liter,
right.
4-cylinder.
Yes.
With the typical spare set of plugs. Bentley always had a spare set of plugs sitting somewhere.
And I think it put out about 125 horsepower.
Which was a lot of horsepower in,
for those days,
in 29. I mean, it's a Bentley. I imagine you're a member of the Bentley's Drivers Club.
Oh, yes.
That's right. Well, it is a beautiful touring car. What do you say we do a little touring in it today?
Oh, why not?
Coming up, we'll take out Clive Cussler's 1929 blower Bentley. But first, we'll check out some finishing details to complete your project.
My Classic Car is brought to you by Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance.
Hey, I got Rick Schmidt from National Parts Depot in the shop with me today. Rick, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Dennis.
Always great to see you, and we always talk about interesting things, but today I think you're on a mission.
I'm on a bit of a mission. I'm here to rant and rave about some of my pet peeves when I go onto the show fields and look at people's cars. I see these beautiful restorations that have thousands of hours and thousands of dollars put into them. And
with some little details that just aren't
these
right.
inexpensive details that either got overlooked or just cheesed on by the owner. So I'm here to call them out.
I would think that one of those has probably got something to do with exhaust tips.
Yes, exhaust tips. There's nothing that looks better on the back of a classic car than the proper exhaust tip. It's part of the exterior of the car. You wouldn't bolt a goofy generic bumper to the back of your Mustang or Chevelle. So same with the exhaust tips. Most of this product is for the classic Mustang market that we sell to, but a lot of this, we have products also for our GM, Chevelle, and Pontiac and Camaro lines as well. First thing, 65.6 Mustang. Everybody likes the look of the GT exhaust, so there's no reason to have some goofy, bad-looking generic tip underneath the valance.
Put the right thing there.
You can get the Repro valance is very inexpensive, and run these nice-looking tips through the.
Well, what if I got a performance exhaust going though?
If you've got a performance exhaust, because you notice these are, you can go with these right here. Notice it's got the larger diameter. That's 2 inch. It can be expanded to 2 1/4. So all these guys with the hot engines and the free-flowing exhaust, you can still have this good-looking stock-appearing GT tip, but with the larger diameter and the better flow. Moving up to 69 Mustangs, a lot of guys are running this cheaper reproduction that's very incorrect. It's supposed to be a rolled lip here instead of just cut clean off like that. Why save 20 bucks aside just, you know, on something that's so prominent? It's supposed to have a rolled tip like this. This is the correct piece.
So should we flag them?
We should flag them, yes.
Improper termination of exhaust tips.
Right. And you get docked points for stuff like that. You know, there's no point in it. Same for 70 Mach 1. You've got these beautiful reproductions of the 70 Mach 1 tips.
They're correct.
They're
That's
correct.
What you ought to be
and
running.
So many 70 Mach 1s roll into shows with I don't know where they're getting their stuff from, but it's available. Call us. We can hook you up. Same thing with the 71 through 3 Mach 1 guys, and the same thing with the GM guys too. We've got all those correct tips.
So what else bugs you?
Other thing that bugs me is homemade mud flaps that people drill holes and screw into their things. I
always use the clip-on for the office clips.
Yeah, you got Office Depot and gets the clips and clips. No. I understand not wanting to get rock chips on your paint and wanting to keep things clean.
Arrive at the show clean.
We've got these, for $50 for a set of 4, we've got these beautiful, sturdy ABS units. It's got a channel on it that is bonded. It's never going to come off.
So they just push on and pull back off.
Yeah, it's like the pinch-on windlass that you use in your interior, only it goes over the pinch weld on your wheel lip. Stays on there sturdy as can be. These has been tested up to 140, 150 miles per hour. They don't fall off. They look great.
Come off when you want them off.
And these are they're not universal. These are actually designed. We sell them specifically for the year, make, and model of the car because it follows the contour of the wheel perfectly. They are custom fit.
All right, what's this going to fix for me?
Droopy power steering hoses. It's the first, you walk up to a car, it looks great on top, and you see this spaghetti of hoses dangling down there.
Zip ties.
Yeah.
No.
Zip ties not working either, and you know, again, it's a safety issue as well. All the correct brackets to tidy that stuff up, like the factory did, are available now. The insulators that the hoses go through. It's all available. It's all cheap. Route your hoses properly.
How about these guys?
Overflow tanks. old cars from the 60s and even
Well, they
early.
overflowed.
They overflowed right onto the ground.
Yeah.
We're more conscious of those
It's a toxic,
environmental
antifreeze
things.
is toxic.
Yeah, so we've got these beautiful overflow tanks that should be used in place of the milk bottles I've seen.
Or the aluminum can, Coke
aluminum
cans, yeah, right.
cans, you name it. That doesn't make a good overflow tank.
So a little bit of attention to the final details really makes that restoration you spent tens of thousands of dollars on right.
Yeah, it really does. There's certain things like this, why shortcut? You've got so
Exactly.
much invested in your car.
Well, hey, unless you want Rick flagging you to show, you might want to log on to myclassiccar.com and check out some of these great NPD finishing pieces.
Absolutely.
No flag.
Yeah, you don't want me to
Yeah, I
flag
don't
you
want
at a
you
show.
flagging me,
I'm
man.
Visit EastwoodGarage.com, the premier website for unique vehicle restoration tools and supplies.
Next, we're cruising in Clive Cussler's 29 blower Bentley. Welcome back to My Classic Car. Ooh, sounds good, Clive. And away we go. You're really out there in the open in this car too, weren't you? I mean, it's you and the world.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that engine though. Boy, it just sounds so like it means business. It's a vintage hot rod, isn't it?
It really is.
Man.
It's fun. It is a kick.
Any idea how many of the blower Bentleys they made? They couldn't have made too many.
Oh, they didn't make very many. I think it was less than 50.
Wow. Just remember, Clive, that pedal in the middle, it's not the brake.
It's not the brake.
Clive, this thing is great. I love this car.
Bentleys, they can grow on you, I know.
And it's just such a solid car. This thing's like a rock.
Yeah, it's just such a kick, just to ride it and drive.
You never did grow up, did you?
No, I never did.
That's great if you can pull that off. I respect that.
Well, variety is the spice of life and all that stuff, So what the
And
hell?
one doesn't want to go through life unseasoned.
No, unseasoned.
Need parts for your classic? Then check out this week's Classic Car Marketplace.
LMC Truck has the parts and accessories you need to restore or customize your truck or SUV. Chevy, GMC, Dodge, and Ford. Order your free catalog today by calling 1-800-715-8123. Be sure to specify your year, make, and model. Or shop online at lmctruck.com. LMC Truck has the right part at the right price right now. Coker Tire is the world's largest supplier of tires and wheels for nostalgic hot rods, collector classics, muscle cars, vintage European, and antique motorcycles. Call 1-800-251-6336 or visit coker.com today to receive a copy of our free catalog. If you're restoring a classic GM car or truck, Classic Industries has the largest inventory of original and reproduction parts and accessories in the business. Call 888-GM-CATALOG to get the catalog of your choice or go online to classicindustries.com and start shopping today. See why Classic Industries is America's first choice in GM restoration and performance parts and accessories.
Still ahead, we'll get a look at Clive Cussler's ultra-rare boat-tail Duesenberg. Welcome back to My Classic Car. You know, two cars, both 1929, but they could hardly be conceptually more different. You got the Bentley, which is kind of raw power race,
Right.
and you've got the Doozy, which is luxury sport.
Exactly.
I mean, this is just gorgeous. But of course, what makes this car so special is this boat tail back.
It's beautifully designed, and it's so aerodynamic, and it's just gorgeous.
They made very few boat tail Doozies, right?
Yeah, I think the Murphy Coachworks made 6.
And while that was pretty common for the Auburns and things, this is a very rare Duesenberg here.
Oh,
and
yes.
Is that steel? Is
It's
that
polished aluminum.
Ooh, that really sets the car off, doesn't it? Oh man! And I saw the steps. There's a step over there, so this must be
it's a kind of a mother's-in-law. They used to call it rumble seat.
Is it push-pull? Can I open it?
Oh, sure, sure.
So palm down here.
Yeah, there you go. It slides down. So.
And okay, and that goes down in there, and you've got extra storage and actually a little seat down there.
Yeah, there's a little seat.
So if you wanted to take anybody with you, you could, I guess.
I suppose if there was a third party, like the mother-in-law.
Yeah, right. I don't think I'd want her along in this thing. This thing's just too cool.
Sure.
And what a luxurious, Duesenberg-esque cockpit here. This is very stylish, and that looks like an engine-turned dash, but then it's got that ruby coloring. It radiates.
It's got over 10 gauges. One of them is an altimeter.
They did that with Duesenbergs, didn't they?
Yes, that was standard.
Why? I guess because you could, right?
I suppose you could.
This was what defined chick magnet.
Oh, absolutely. This had to be it.
But back in the day, in '29, when you bought a Duesenberg, you really bought the engine and the chassis.
Right.
And then you sent it out and had somebody body it, right?
Yeah, maybe you'd have a coachmaker that you preferred, and you'd send it out to him, and then his artist would draw up several designs. They would pick one, and then they'd pick the colors, and then the coachmaker would go ahead and build it.
Well, that would have been a good era to have a lot of money. You could get stuff like that done. Boy.
That would have been. I often wish that I'd lived in that time and been a bootlegger.
Well, this is a perfect car. Imagine how much gin you could get in this back part.
Not very much, actually. You'd have to haul a trailer.
But that's blowing your cover, Clive.
Yes,
that's definitely blowing your cover. But of course, the thing that makes a Duesenberg is in fact the engine.
Yes.
Open it up. This was a very special engine, and to this day, I think it's one of the best engines ever built.
Let's see, take it up. There we go.
In 1929, they were making a dual overhead cam, 4-valve per cylinder engine. Nowadays you get that and you think you're really cool.
Oh yes,
and they were building it back then. And this is a very rugged engine too, right? I mean, they're very reliable.
Duesenberg, of course, was way ahead of their time too, because even much earlier they were one of the first to use hydraulic brakes.
That's right. Now this is another recent acquisition?
Yes, about 6 months ago.
So it's
I went on a binge.
big. That's and the Bentley in that same binge, right?
I sold my house and I'm living in a cardboard box.
But you got some really nice cars.
Oh, but I'll come back. I'm going to burn it down for the insurance.
Oh, there you go. And this is also one that runs and drives and everything.
Very well.
And, so I was thinking maybe, we'd take this baby out and perhaps I could even drive it.
Okay.
All right, yes. You did have me worried there. Well, let's seal it up and take this baby out. Stay close. We're going to go for a spin in Clive Cussler's '29 Boat-Tail Doozy.
Brought to you by Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance. And by U-Coat It, the official floor coating of Eastwood Garage.
Welcome back to My Classic Car. Oh, isn't it? 8-cylinder. I can just imagine going out on the town in a car like this, though.
Can you imagine going out to Hollywood?
Oh, jeez.
Being a big movie star popping out at the Academy Awards,
Well, this one looks
gorgeous
like
blonde.
Yeah, on your arm. What a car. I mean, when you had this car, you were somebody back then.
Oh, yeah.
That's a quiet car. It's a very quiet car.
Yeah, it just has a nice, quiet, kind of power, it's there.
And it's a real refined power.
Yeah.
The Bentley's kind of this more raw, a little bit more in your face,
Yeah.
This is so refined, but still so powerful.
Yeah.
But what a long hood. I mean, you're looking over some real estate there. Man. This thing's in 2 different zip codes. This is the best shifting Duesenberg I've ever been in, I gotta tell you.
Really?
Because I'm not that good at it. And it's doing really well. Yeah, it's such a refined car, such a refined feel.
Yeah.
And the steering is surprisingly light.
Is it? Yeah.
Now, this is not your only Duesenberg either. You have how many?
Just two more.
Just only two more? No, a three Duesenberg family. I'm gonna hang a left here with the good old-fashioned turn signal.
Sure.
Heaven, Clive. I am absolutely in heaven.
Oh, great.
Oh man, this day has been a dream come true. A 29 blower Bentley followed by a 29 Duesenberg Model J. I've died and gone to heaven. Clive's a great host with fabulous cars. May I please come back, Clive?
Yes, yes.
And Clive says I may come back, so we will. Next week, we'll travel to Prince Edward Island in Canada for British Car Days. That's right, we're going north of the border to check out some rides from across the pond. How's that for getting around? Plus, we'll look at front-end replacement parts to dress up your Mustang. So until our next meeting, remember, honor the timeless classics. I'm Dennis Gage. Happy motoring.
Attention, My Classic Car fans! Go online now to check out our latest selection of DVDs. Just can't get enough MCC? Now you can download your favorite individual episodes of MCC from our website to watch on your computer or upload to your iPod and take them with you. Or you can get all 26 episodes from the 2008 season in one DVD set.